Hi guys, so I'm gonna try this thing, and it might be awkward. I'm just a little disclaimer, I thought it would be more awkward talking to a camera, to be honest, and it's not, because I'm like, I have conversations with myself all the time, so this isn't that weird. It's a little weird, because now instead of looking at a wall, I'm like, I have to direct my focus at this camera, and actually have it potentially go to people instead of just an inanimate object that doesn't respond ever. And so basically what I wanted to do was have like a little conversation about where I've been and what I've been doing, which is I've been writing a book, which if you've ever made, like, if you've ever worked on like a large creative project, like writing a book, or like maybe you wrote a screenplay, or like just any sort of, like, made a film, did something really big where you kind of had to dive into something outside of yourself. It's strange. It's such a strange thing. And I wanted to talk about it to someone other than my mom, because she's an artist, and so she understands creativity at that level, but when it comes to writing, she's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. So I'm just kind of like I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, how do I kind of jump back in? But like I didn't want to just like start writing blog posts and just like dive back into that. I felt like I owed you guys something, because I've been gone and I've been off of social media, and I've did that for a reason, because it was kind of all consuming. I deleted my Instagram for the same reason. And I'm thinking about deleting like my Snapchat too, just because it's so consuming, and I felt like it was such a waste of my time, where I could have been directing my energy somewhere else, more productive, and not just productive, but something that would help, me more mentally, and help reframe like the way that I think. And I wanted to dive back into reading more, and I was like, oh, I have no time, but I have time to be on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook and blah, 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 etc., and Twitter. And so I decided to kind of shut that down. And so what happened basically was, I've been working, technically, the idea of this book came to me a little over a year ago. I would say probably like maybe even, I'd say, a year and a half. It's been like kind of developing in my head, and I'd written like maybe 5,000 words, and I'm handwriting it, and so it's like I'm doing like the word count as I kind of go, and like I'm done for the day, and then I'll like count the words that I did, and then like I have this thing where like I know that once I'm completely done handwriting it, and I do this for my blog posts too, where I handwrite them all first, and then I go to type them up, and I feel like my thought process just works so much better when I handwrite things than when I just type them up. It feels like it's coming. What's the how do I explain this? I'm not good at talking. This is why I don't make YouTube videos, because I'm not like good at just like talking out things. But I am better at writing than I am at talking. That's a thing that, but what was I saying? I write things out because I feel like when I type them out, it's just like, it's coming from like, it doesn't feel so personal. I guess that's what it is. It doesn't, and there's something that I love about, putting pen to paper that feels so personal, and so this is coming through my body, on a physical piece of paper, and there's something about that just kind of connects in my brain, and helps me write better that way. And so I've always done that. I've done that for like essays for school. I've done that for blog posts, and I'm doing that for my book. And so I'm on like, I'll show you. I have it on the side. Oh my god, I have so many books. It's so hard. They're all stacking up above each other. Maybe I'll show you guys after. But yeah, so I'm on like, these are the 3. I'm done these 2. I'm done writing in these 2, and I'm on the 3rd little book that I'm writing in for my book. I'm in the 3rd book for my book. And it's been so crazy, you guys. It's been absolutely insane. Like so insane. And I say that because there's certain topics that I've never written about, I've never spoken about, I've never, I go to therapy and I've never talked to my therapist about these things. And these were topics that I kind of avoided at all costs. They felt like they were bigger than me, and yet they were things that I dealt with on a day-to-day basis. And so it was about like a year and a half ago that I was like, maybe the first time I write them down will be something that is large, and something that can hold all of these thoughts, all of these things that I've been avoiding, and a way to work through them can't be in like a short blog post, which I don't do short blog posts, as you know, but like that is short for me. Like that small area where I could just, write a blog post and put it out there, or like write a journal entry and put it out there, or a personal essay and put it out there. And I'm like, these things, they're too big of subjects. They feel like they're bigger than me. And so I feel like my window's open. Is my window open? Oh, my window's open. Oh my god. Who opened my window? Someone opened my window. Oh my god. That was really scary. I was like, why is there a draft in here? And my window is open, and it's never open. Unless not even in the summertime. Oh my god. That was scary. Anyways. So I was writing about these things. I realized that I needed to write about these things and something bigger. And I actually got the main idea of like the main little hint of inspiration while I was studying for an exam last year. And I was looking into eugenic societies, and that kind of triggered something. I don't want to spoil what the topics are or what the book is about, because I hate spoilers. I hate them. And I know this is something I want to share with the world. And I'm really leaning towards self-publishing, just because I'm such a control freak when it comes to my creative work. I'm like, I want my mom to make the cover of it, and I want to choose my editor, and I want to kind of have the final say in what stays and what goes, after I do all the rewrites. And of course I'm still writing the first draft, so that's like ways away, and all. I'm like, I thought I would end, like my goal was to end at 80,000 words. I started taking this seriously in January. And that was because I had this idea for so long. It's been kind of in the works, developing in my mind, and I've been playing around with that idea. I've been doing some research, but I didn't take it seriously, not enough to, fully take it on as like my everyday work. And that's what you kind of have to do when you're writing a novel. If you want to take it seriously, you kind of have to take it on as you would a job. And that wasn't something I even knew, or thought about doing, that at that point, but it was a spark, and it kept going for that year. And so this January 2017, is when I really started to take it seriously, and I was like, every single day, I don't care if I'm tired, I don't care if I have to wake up early in the morning before I go to work, because I work full time, I don't care. All of that aside, I can write 1,000 words a day regardless. It can be a crappy 1,000 words, it can be 1,000, like it can be horrible. I don't care. I can be super exhausted and it can be gibberish. I don't care, but it's going to be 1,000 words that I will write in that day for this book. And I started from the beginning and I went on. And I think the hardest part for me was to figure out what my process would be. I didn't understand in the very, very early stages, like a year ago, when I started figuring it out, I was getting certain scenes, and I was getting inspired to write certain scenes that would be in the book. I knew how it would begin, and I knew how it would end, and I was like, the characters can decide how they get there. And so different scenes would pop into my mind, and I would like write them down, and I would write down those scenes, and I was like, maybe I'll just like mesh them together as a whole. That didn't work. That was too flippy floppy. I think I need a little bit more structure for that, and so I was like, no, I'm gonna do this beginning to end, and I'm gonna write 1,000 words a day. And so my goal was originally to be like, it's gonna be $80,000. It's gonna be $80,000 for all you. No, it's gonna be 80,000 words manuscript. um, and so obviously I've been writing. There's a lot of days that I wrote more than 1,000 words because I was just like super into it, and then other days I'm just like 1,000 words is a drag to write, and I'll just like write it anyways. And I'm like, oh, that was horrible. I'm gonna go to bed now. Bye, world. And so obviously that changes, but I wrote them, and I ended up writing the 80,000, and I'm just in the middle. Like I'm just in the middle, and I don't know how long this book gonna be, guys. I don't know. Don't know. So but of course it's just the beginning, and I mean not the beginning. This is like the middle. It's just the first draft, and I'm just kind of I'll shape it. I'll shape it when I rewrite it. It's fine. I'm just trying to get everything down so that I can, just. Oh my god. I burped. That was a burp. In case you didn't know. But yeah, that's where I've kind of been. I can tell you guys, like, it's been such a strange process. I've never written a book before, and this is the weirdest thing. Like it's such a strange process, the way that it unfolds, the way that the characters like teach me about themselves, and I can explain that in further videos. If you guys want me to do more videos, I can do that probably. I don't know, this one seems kind of awkward, so like, but then again, I'm just like an awkward human being. I don't know, I can't change that. But if you guys like it, because some people like it, and I've had one person in the last 6 months say that I'm cool, it's like, it's no big deal, whatever. I don't know. But if you guys want me to like to explain my writing, like, I can do blog posts about it. I can do a video every now and then. I don't even know how to edit this thing. Like, I might just like throw it in there. I don't know. How do YouTubers do it? Like, I'm gonna Google how to be a YouTuber. I don't even know if I want to be a YouTuber. I don't know. I just felt like making this video because I didn't want to write a blog post, because my normal blog posts, people are like, oh, I get a cup of coffee, and like, they're long, but like, I'll read them because they're good. And I'm like, is this like a weird backhanded compliment? Like, I know, they're long, I know, but I don't know how to not make things long. That's how I do it. That's how I always did it. Yeah, but I can totally explain like my writing process as I go, and like, just, kind of have it tell you guys about what's going on, and then maybe you guys can let me know if you're working on anything cool, or working on any sort of like creative project of your own, or if you're writing a book. That'd be super cool to talk about, because I don't have. Oh my god, I keep burping. It's because I don't know why. I was gonna say it's because I've been drinking coffee. Does coffee make you burp? I don't know. But let me know. Let me know if you guys want to hear more about this. But I didn't want to like abandon my blog. I feel so bad about it. But I'm like, I've been working full time, and then I've been writing this book and been doing all the research, and it's just been so consuming, because it's literally been like, this has been since January, and it's just been like crazy. Like I'm at 80,000 words and I've been writing since January. So it feels like it's happening very fast. Like faster than I thought it would happen. It's like sad, but at the same time I'm like, I want to know what happens next. I want to know how they get to the end, and there's so many things that like just changed along the way. Like I had an idea of what some characters would be like, and they just didn't. They weren't like that. They weren't like the way I thought they were gonna be, because they had their own personalities. And I'm like, you do you. I'm not gonna change who you are. Like, what kind of right as a human being is that? What can, see, do you see what this does to me? Like when I don't know. I don't know how to speak. It's hard. It's hard. It's all hard. So I don't know. Anyway, so this was just kind of like a little chit chat on what's been going on and what I've been doing, and I don't know how I'm gonna edit this thing, but I'm gonna figure it out because I feel so guilty for like just abandoning everyone and everything, and I don't want to lose this blog. I don't want to forget about this because this is I love this community. I don't have writer friends. I have blogger friends, and I have amazing people that like I can share this stuff with, and that's you guys who come to this blog, and other people's blogs that I go to, and I don't want to lose that because I like it too much. And I feel really guilty for leaving it for like long periods of time sometimes. Um, but yeah, this is like kind of like where I've been in like a video form. So which is me being like, I care. I care. I care. I'm doing this thing that makes me feel uncomfortable. But like at the same time I'm like used to, because I do talk to myself. Like you talk to yourself too. Don't even deny it, because we all do it. I think. I don't know. Don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go and write my 1,000 words for the day. Oh my god. I don't know why I made that like it's not sour coffee. I'm gonna go now. Bye guys.